You know, so not to say that he's not connected, but I think he's always looked at as a football coach. You know what I'm saying? So like, you think I think a question is asked is like, if Nico Medved called Coach Howell and was like, "Yo, what's up with Alan Langford?" You know, I don't see Coach Howell being like, "Nothing. He's not good enough to play at DU." Right. I think Coach Howell would be like, he's a hard worker. He scored this. He would do what he could. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's his fault. I don't know if that's the system's fault. But at the same time, what if Coach Howell was at Creighton? Do you think he would have a problem or getting player scholarships? Like they sell themselves. That's what I'm saying. So like, he's also a victim of the St. Paul City Conference, because it's not just a Coach Howell thing. Like, how many D1 players have come out of St. Paul in the last 30 years, and how many people are Division I caliber players? Like Larry Brown is a perfect example though, because like he was a bona fide Division I player. Yeah. Had Larry not even just St. Paul, like had Larry grown up in a basketball city like Chicago, New York, California, LA, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's not just Coach Howell though. No. And he's a scapegoat in a lot of ways. Like, could he have helped in some other ways? Yeah, everybody can do a little better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's necessarily his fault that some people didn't get recruited, but I can't speak for everybody because I only know my situation. Right. So I'm not going to be like, no, that wasn't him, that was him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good perspective, though. I never really thought about that, so that's eye-opening for sure.
Like, it is like, come on. Like, he played for the Globetrotters. He knows people. It's nothing for him to hop on the phone based on what he used to do, and he has a lot of connections.
That is very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing for all y'all went somewhere. And that's not a knock on somebody, you know? Like, because a lot of other schools in that conference were players going places. Like some maybe. Minneapolis is a little more recruited than St. Paul even.
But not everybody, though.
But that's like, so we just had they just had the film debut of the Land of 10,000 Hoops. Mm-hmm. They're talking about Minnesota basketball the one night. And on the panel is Devin George. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I couldn't help but to think, like, how did you end up at Augsburg?
Man.
Like, come on. Like, we're not talking about a guy that made the G League or a guy that even made an NBA roster. He started on is it three? Did he win three? Three. Okay, he wasn't just he started. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we miss that evaluation? I don't care how late of a bloomer he is. Why is he not at least at Wisconsin Green Bay or one of these local D1s? Yeah. You know, like I understand if he's not a Big Ten player at a high school, but like, how does he end up at Augsburg and then be a first-round draft pick? So like, there's a bigger problem of the recruiting in Minnesota, like Terrence Brown. Yeah, like how does
going off right now?
How does he didn't lose his senior year until the section championship to Totino Grace, a team with 5-6 Division I players on a team, right? It was inedible. Averages 20-some points a game and no Division I scholarships. Like what? No, that's not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you see Terrence now, and you see the body he's developed into, and it's like if he would have had that, easy to say, but if he would have had that body in high school, he probably would have had. But it's like just because he was slimmer framed or whatever, you pass him up. So to your point, it's like they're not going to the correct level of evaluation. It's like too surface level almost.
Oh, very, very, yeah. I mean, I got a story about Terrence. I'll